gonna get this popping. We ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna wait for long, man. Go ahead and get my man popping on. See what my man Double D is doing, Mr. Let's go ahead and connect it. I'm hype as I don't know what right now, man. This is Stand Up Avenue podcast. All right, presented to you by Stand Up at the
What's up,
House.
baby?
What's up, man? What's
Hold
going
on a
on?
minute. Hey, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Go in there and let me get my iPod. What's up, boy?
What's going on with you, man? It's good to see you, man. You
What's
doing it big, Double D, man. What's going on? DeGario Turner, Double D, Baby Ildris. You know, you're an actor extraordinaire, comedian extraordinaire. I would call you one of the best snap artists in the business. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate that, too.
And on top of that, man, I'm proud to call you one of my closest friends in this business. What's up with you, man? How's everything going, bro?
What's up, baby?
Man, ain't nothing going on, man. How you doing, man? First of all, let me address you and your family, your wife and kids. How y'all been doing during this pandemic, man?
Man, we look quarantined.
Yeah.
Both my kids are here now. Looking at, want to be my audience and everything.
Oh, that's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You know how you do it. We welcome family right here at the podcast, man. We welcome. What's up? What's up? What's up? Looking just like her daddy. Looking just like her daddy. Oh man, look at you now, boy. Look at hey, you ain't gotta ever worry about going to the old folks' home now.
Hey, one thing about it, Stacy, them girls gonna take care of their daddies now.
They gonna take care of their daddies because you know what? You take care of them, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, when I first met you, man, we was young bucks. You know what I'm saying? That was before all the big family and everything. Now look at you now, bro.
But you know you're old when you say young bucks. We old,
bro. Right.
I gotta you know you're old when you gotta find your glasses to go live on the podcast. They gotta find your glasses. I can't see them. Dollar Tree the best, baby.
Man, Dollar Tree. When you walk in Dollar Tree, they be on that little chef thing, man. Yep. You go there, 99 cents. 99 you got your reading glasses, man. Look here, man. I'm excited to have you, man. You know, we go way back, bro.
20 plus years.
I mean, can you believe? And God still got us in this business going strong. You toured with the likes of Lavelle Crawford, open for Chris Tucker, Bruce,
Cat
Williams. Cat Williams. The list go on and on. Tell us about where you're from. Let's start from there before we get to the comedy, because this podcast is about getting to know you. Even though you're a friend of mine, I know all about you. But the audience want to see you, bro. And, this is going to be on the gram, on YouTube. Make sure y'all go check it out. But we got my man, comedian DeGario Turner, comedian Double D, Baby Ildris.
Baby Ildris, and get it right.
Wait, man. And tell everybody, you from Southeast, bro. You from the East Coast. You from a country town. Tell everybody where you from, man.
Man, I'm from Sparta, Georgia. Population 2,000, and that's including animals. Country boy. Well, everybody know each other. When you walk in the back porch and anybody subject to cook you a dinner right then, it don't matter if you know them or not. You gonna
bro, I can relate to you, man. I'm straight from the country. I'm straight from Mississippi. That used to be my opener back in the days. So you straight from Sparta, right? That doggone Sparta, man.
Georgia. Spit down. If you go through Sparta, it takes you 3 minutes to get to the whole city.
Hey,
we got one red light, and we just got a subway down there probably about 5 years ago.
Oh, that is hilarious, man. I just had to throw it. Look here, man. You know what though? Growing up, Double D, did you ever know when you was young that you was gonna be you one of the most I would say your stage presence is impeccable. You one of the most just respected comedians in the game, especially in the South, especially from Atlanta. And now coming from Sparta, did you know as a kid you was going to be a comedian or get into the acting game? Where did you think you was going to do before you got into comedy?
Well, I thought I was going to be a fireman. Until I realized how hard it was to wear that big suit, and I was 150 pounds, and suit 40 pounds, boy, in the whole.
You got that right.
Hey man, I knew I was gonna be funny. I never thought I would be a comedian. I knew I was always funny, growing up from the country. We would be in the poorest family in the city, so I had to join and fight. That's all I knew how to do, because people picked up my clothes, and I had to fight and join. That's all I knew how to
So
do.
what was your clothes too baggy, or I mean, what the deal
No,
was?
I had 8 shirts and 1 pair of pants. So I kept
That's
changing
what I'm
shirts.
telling you.
I kept no, I had 8 pair of pants and 1 shirt. One of those, I can't remember which one it was, but I know I had one of the other.
Hilarious. He
Yeah, I
said I
kept
had
switching.
8 pair of pants and
I
1
kept
shirt.
I kept switching them. I kept switching. I had 8 shirts and 1 pair of pants. That was it, 1 pair of pants. I kept switching them and switching them. But then I always knew I was funny growing up, coming up, because my grandmother was funny. My mom was naturally funny, because that's where I got it from. My grandmother, she was
Yeah,
a comedian, man.
it normally runs in the family. I mean, you
I
know
knew
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah,
Because your big personality. I mean, I remember when you bounced up on the scene when I first met you, man. It was at Uptown, right there on
yeah,
Peachtree. You remember those days?
yeah.
Sign up on Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
That's
never
back when
getting them
Tim
days.
Murray was hosting it, and
Yeah, man. Zoo
Gerard
Man,
Guillory, and
Gerard, Zoo Man.
Zoo Man. You
Yeah,
know, Ludacris.
Ludacris.
We knew Ludacris and Ti and all
Yeah,
them used to be all at Uptown
exactly.
before they even blew up, dude.
And Bone Crusher was the DJ.
Damn sure was between Bone Crusher, Ant Love, and
And look,
you know now Ant Love on Uptown
yeah,
up there in what's that
Hayville,
Hateville? You know
Hayville.
what I mean? You know, so the comedy's still going strong. So what day did you get started and what year was that?
Ooh, man, you trying to tell my age on the fly. You gonna be trying to get me to tell my
Oh,
age,
I know
though.
you look young, man, but I know you're 62. I
Yeah,
know you're 62.
call Beijing. Beijing and New Side to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's right. Yo, I started comedy in 1999
Oh,
at
1999.
Chris Tucker Comedy Cafe.
I remember,
Yeah.
bro. I
Well,
remember. That's when
it's
Chris
really
Tucker's Comedy
98.
Cafe. Yep.
It's really
On North
98.
Avenue, right there downtown. I already know, bro.
Yeah, I remember Pig trying to walk down the little sidewalk. Remember he fell into that water.
Oh, Pig,
He
hilarious,
fell into that
dude.
water, man, in front of Chris Tucker Comedy Club.
Hilarious. Man, I used to work
Yeah,
for Chris Tucker Comedy Club. Shout out to Chris Tucker. Shout
yeah,
out to Dexter Tucker also, man.
yes,
And then,
sir.
you know, I kind of met you on the game over at Uptown on Peachtree, and, you know, 559, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But coming up, you know, I know that you're very family oriented, but I mean, you know, we were so young getting in the game, man. And I mean, how was it for your first time getting on stage? And who did anybody come to you and say, yo, dog, you should be a comedian. You should hit that stage, man. You know what I'm saying?
The first time I hit the stage, it was Chris Tucker Comedy Club. And
Mhm.
at the time, my name was Geronimo. I had my
Hilarious.
stage name was Geronimo. Ryan Karen was hosting, and
Uh-huh.
it was 29 comedians. I was number 28. Crazy Boy Troy. You remember
Yo.
Crazy Boy Troy? Crazy
Off
Troy,
I
big
had.
dude. He was number
Okay.
29. I was number 28, and Chris Tucker was there, and Ryan Karen
Uh-huh.
hosted. He said, man, you funny, man. Keep doing. How long you doing comedy? I like, this is my first night.
Uh-huh.
So I
And
did
how
pretty
much
decent.
time did you do?
How much time I do? I ain't had no time. I did. I think I did like 3 minutes, something like that.
Do you remember your first joke?
I think I remember my first joke. I had a regular car, right?
Uh-huh.
19. No, most comedian joke end up being a regular car, a roach joke.
Uh-huh.
But mine was a regular car. I had a 1986 Cutlass, and it had rims on nice. It was a decent car. I had
Uh-huh.
some Dayton's on, right? So I'm rushing. I just left This Is It. Shout out This Is It. Just left This
Uh-huh.
Is It. I got a slice of red velvet cake, and I put it on the seat, but I jumped out the car rushing. Had to stop by Walgreens to grab some washing powder, washing clothes, and forgot that I left the car running. I
Uh-huh.
left my cake on the front seat. I came back, stole my cake, and left the car.
Damn.
You know your car when they steal the cake and leave the car.
What kind of cake was it though?
Red velvet. Red velvet. I'm dead serious. That was
Man,
my first joke, man.
man, and there it go from there. Because I remember I
Yeah.
was hosting so many rooms and you came through, man, and then the opportunity came up to do Comic View. Tell us
Uh-huh.
about that. How did you get
Ooh,
your first TV appearance? And can you give us a short story on how that all got
you ain't
started?
gonna
Because
believe it.
that was the platform back in the days for us. It was like,
You,
if you got on Comic View, you made it.
you,
You know what I
you
mean?
ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. I started 99. I take comedy in 2000, the next year. I'm gonna tell you how.
1 year in the game.
Rick Smile was
Wow.
hosting. I never forget it. And I wasn't ready, but thank God I was naturally
Tony
funny already.
Spires was the producer.
Yes,
He was the talent
yes.
booker. I already know.
And get what
Yep.
happened? They was in Atlanta for 26 days filming filming at the atrium, not the atrium, but the center stage.
I shot that year too.
I wasn't scheduled to get film. I wasn't on. I went out there every day for 25 days.
As an alternate.
Getting coffee, running errands, and going to Subway. Man, on the 25th day, he said, man, I'm gonna give you a chance. He gave me a chance. I ain't had no money. He took me to the Lennox Mall to go buy my outfit.
Who?
Lil Duval.
Wow. And
that's
what Lil Duval had, that Caprice, that white Caprice.
No,
Believe me, I remember all that. Oh, it was great. Okay.
He took me to Lennox Mall and spent like $300-$400 on my outfit.
Wow.
Sure. Shout out to Roland.
Isn't that something? Shout out to Lil Duval, Roland Powell, when he started off. Now look at him. You know what I mean? Like we all doing it, on different parallels. Everybody got their way. So coming up, man, I know you had your experiences where you had your ups and downs. What would you call your worst time on stage, man? Like this is the most horrible time you ever had on stage. It made you rethink your comedy career. Like, man, why the hell I'm doing this?
One time, I did FAMU. Colleges. Colleges get it missed.
HBCU, yeah.
Boy, I did FAMU, man. I was open up for crazy thing about. I wasn't on the road with Lavelle Crawford at the time. It was way before. It was featuring for some more.
You remember what year that was?
Had been 2003, something like that.
Oh yeah, that was a long ass time. What,
2004, 2005, maybe 2005, 15 years ago, 14, 15. I was gonna come about 4 years.
Right on.
5 years maybe at the most, bruh. They booed me so hard, my pants fell down almost. I mean, the wind, bruh. Man, let me tell you something. Hey, Stacy, man, they booed me so bad, bruh. I didn't want my money. Y'all email me my money. This fact my money. I ain't want my money, man.
Hey,
it was terrible, boy.
And look, you don't want to go to the after party after you bomb, right? Hey, man, you want to go to the after party? You be like, oh, hell no.
Give me a cab. Back then they had cabs. They had Ubers in. I was like, man, get me an Uber, a cab right now. I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Everybody, we walking the party. Hey, man, that dude got booed. You got booed tonight. I'm like, oh, man. No, I ain't going to do that.
Yeah, you can tell some stories, man. That is hilarious, man.
College, boy. College will get you.
All right, so we did that worst time. What was the best time that made you feel like you was on another level? Was it the TV appearance on Comic View? Because I know every time you did Comic View, you ripped the stage. One thing about you that, I like to give flowers, man, while you're here. And I can say you one of the truest to the game I ever met. You know me now. I done booked shows all over, and I'm
my friend. You my friend, businessman. Yeah.
If you're a friend of Double D's, he's a friend of yours and a true friend, and always there when you need him. You're a comedian's comedian, and when I see you getting on stage, man, and you grab that crowd, because I remember. Back in the days, you remember you had a speech impediment, but then when you got on stage, you just hit it.
I still got it.
But when you go on stage, everybody say Double D don't stutter on stage.
Man.
When you get on stage, you just be hitting it, man. So tell us one of your best performances that you'll always remember that you said, damn, I wish I could just go back and do that same performance again.
Ooh. Man, I think when I was on, it was so many. When I opened up for Cat Williams.
Okay.
In the Phillips Arena, 19,000 people.
Okay.
And the roar from my jokes and laughter.
At the Phillips Arena, dude? How was that? Before you went on stage, were you the first one up that night? Or how did that work?
I was the second one.
Who hosted?
You called me Zoo Man. I think Zoo Man.
Okay.
Cat called. Dominic, I want to know if you are you available on January 4th. Yes, I'm available. Well, I'll see you there. I said, God damn.
Did y'all discuss money or anything?
No, Cause I already knew about Cat. I ain't never got to worry about the money with Cat. He gonna
Right.
always bless me. I ain't
Yeah,
never
yeah,
worry
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. That's my
Cat
friend.
is such a great
That's my
person,
friend.
and he's a great. And one thing, Cat pays well on his tour.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you know, if you with Cat and you get paid right after the show, or right before
Yes.
the show, but you
Yes.
know that Cat is going to sometimes top you off even more than what y'all agreed to.
And that's what he did. But you know what? And you know what, Stacy? Me and you be 22 years of friends, real friends.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you know when you're on stage, Stacy, because me and you did comedy in 2002. Now, I got to tell you the story. It was 20 comics. They booed at least 15. Am I right?
No. First of all, back up. You got to tell where we were. We were in Chicago at the Regal Theater doing the Taste of Chicago.
Taste of Chicago.
July 4th. It was
July
100
4th.
degrees outside,
Ooh.
and it was 2 miles full of lines.
Yes.
So let's go from there.
You're right. You ain't lying. It was so hot outside. I seen a tree stand up under another tree. It was hot.
It was hot as hell, man.
And me and you, just look, all the viewers, 20 comments. Just say me and this dude right here I'm talking to right now were the fewest one that made it through. So they say a lot. How funny you are. How funny
That was hitting it so hard, man. You remember how it was backstage? We were just nervous. I remember Dion Cole. I don't know if you remember. Dion Cole was standing back there. He was mad because they was trying to make him go last because they was trying to pick up the show. And Dion was like, no, I want to go right now. I'm not waiting until the end. I'm from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And you was back there. So tell them about that story real quick, man.
Man, about how we went on stage and how nervous we all were nervous upstairs. Like, man,
hell yeah.
Man, boy,
what did you have to do right before you was about to get on stage and you had the PA standing beside you?
I had to do pee, pray. I had to do everything, boy. I was so scared. I almost scared. I almost faked my death. So I won't get on stage.
I almost faked my death.
I ain't lying, boy. They were brutal that night.
God, shit. Man, what I tell you, dude, I was standing back there watching the PA, the producer actually. She was standing beside you. She said, all right, Double D, you're next. You was like, oh,
what?
Oh, you start looking like you was on some coke or something. You was like, oh, man, I gotta pee. I gotta go pee. She said, well, you own in like 2 minutes. You was like, oh, do I got a chance to go pee?
In 5 minutes, I changed underwear 3 times.
Oh my God. Bruh, I ain't seen somebody go to the bathroom and come back so fast. But check it out. When you came back, you went on. And you know one thing about it, I was watching it on a monitor. And I seen all the cameras come down in front of your face. And nobody would have never knew what you had going on back there because you start hitting their ass. Bam. Bam. And remind you, Double D, tell everybody, man, the people been waiting all day. They already been waiting through like 4 shows, the same audience, 4 different episodes, right? So they tired of shit.
Yep. I'm telling you, ain't never worse when a live taping, when you gotta wait. See, people don't understand how this stuff goes. Taping is totally different from just a regular audience. Taping, you gotta go to a rehearsal. You might have the same audience for 5 hours straight.
Right.
You ain't tired. By the time they get to you, not that you ain't funny, they tired. They burnt out.
Yeah, they burnt out. They been laughing.
They tired.
Actually, laughing is a workout within itself.
Yes, it is. So I already knew when I got on stage, I had to bring energy. I had to bring a lot of energy because I already knew it. I said, man, you can't play. I had to go right out. Just like, like
right, because hold on now. Now don't skip Double D. Remember, you got to stand behind a silhouette, right? And you got to do your pose, or you got to do like this, and then you break through and come out. How did you feel once that and all that audience? Now, remind you, it's hot as hell, and people are already sweating in the audience. So, what made you just go out there and just grasp that? Do you think that it was because the grace of God, like the prayer, it just jumped in you and it just boom, took over?
At that point, Stacy, it didn't even matter. I said, I knew my whole city was watching me, and I was like, man, I can't let them down.
Right.
I'm gonna go in here, and boom, and when the thing opened, the silhouette, I was like this because I was trying to run back to the back because I said like this. I was running because I was like I want to go back. I want to go back to the bathroom, but I was so scared, man.
Yeah,
Man,
because
man,
Guy Tori was hosting. Remember?
got trouble hosting. Yep,
Yep.
got
Guy
trouble hosting.
Tori was hosting. We were
Sure
staying with
did.
Lil Q. Shout
Sure
out to
was.
Marcus
Mark
Henderson,
Henderson.
man.
Sure
So, shout
was.
out to Mark Henderson. Yeah, man. I remember
Yep.
all those. But you know, when you coming back to Atlanta, you know, back in those days, Atlanta. Shout out to one of the legends, man, of Atlanta. One of the legends, period, of the game, Tyler Craig. The moral of the
Yeah.
story is, man, comedian
Yeah.
Tyler Craig. He taught us so much. What do you have? Just take a moment and just let us know, what story do you have with Tyler Craig, or what kind of person you really
Oh,
know that he is. I don't like to say was, because
he
he's still with us
he
and his
still
jokes
is.
gonna
Yeah.
live. His jokes gonna live forever. But
Oh yeah.
Tyler Craig is definitely him. Bruce, Henry Welch. You know, the main earthquake. But Tyler Craig embraced us and took us under his wings in a lot of ways, dude. That's why me and him was good friends. I took him everywhere I could, whenever I would produce shows, and he took me everywhere he could. So,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about your feelings as an Atlanta comedian and coming up under Tyler Craig.
Amazing. He saved my life. Saved
Wow.
my life. It's crazy. Cause 2 weeks before he passed, he called me out of the blue. I hadn't talked to him about a year. Called me out of the blue. Said, "Hey man, I love you. I love you, man." Called me out of the blue.
Wow.
2 months before he passed. 2 weeks before he passed. Yeah. Tyler changed my life because he taught me how to be. Hey, look, little boy, you gotta do this comedy right. You gotta do it right. He showed me how to be me on stage. Don't be nobody but you. Have fun. Be you on stage. People come to see you. Be you. Don't try to be something you're not. Be you and have fun doing what you do. Have confidence. Believe in you. Man, I'm saying, man, me and Tyler had so many fights and like a big brother, little brother relationship. It's so funny.
Right.
Me and Tyler. Cause I'm trying not to tear up because Tyler's my
No,
big
man.
brother.
Look,
But
this
so
is a
funny though.
podcast. This is a
Oh
real.
yeah.
We
Oh yeah.
Atlanta comedians,
Oh yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
that.
know what? Whatever, dude. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
just
I know,
just get it to
I
us.
know. But
I
but
cried for
so funny
days,
though?
man.
Oh yeah. So funny. Me and I got tons of Tyler stories. This one right here,
Uh huh.
we was in Greenville, South Carolina, boy. Greenville, about 2 hours away from Atlanta.
Uh huh.
KB, KB with a big L, right? My homeboy. KB,
Yeah. How they KB? Yeah,
Usher,
look just like
Usher,
us.
Usher with Down syndrome. Man,
That's hilarious.
we had a
I'm not
show.
laughing at Down syndrome now. No. Go
No,
ahead.
no, 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 no. You're right. I'm sorry, but he looked like it. But me, him, and Tyler, we rode together down there. We had a show, right? Tyler called me.
Uh
Hey,
huh.
I'm gonna pay you this.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna give you $300. I was all right. That was a lot of money
Uh
because I only done coming
yeah,
about 4
yeah,
years.
yeah.
To
300
me,
is like,
man.
oh my god.
So, man, one of my idols.
Right,
I'm gonna roll one of my idols,
right.
my big brother. So KB hosting. KB supposed to be 15
And
to
y'all
10
at a
minutes.
nightclub, right? Y'all at a
Yeah,
nightclub or
an
banquet
old
hall?
post office.
Okay.
It was an old post office. Not for real. It was an old post office.
Yeah.
Man,
Hell
I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie. It was so funny. So KB go on stage.
Uh huh.
Show supposed to start at 9, start at 9:30. So I go to the bathroom. There's probably about 40, 50 people in there. I go to the bathroom. KB goes on stage. Give it out here to DJ, introduce him. Give it up all the way from Chicago. Give it up for KB. Hey, how y'all doing? My name KB. Y'all ready for the first comedian? I'm like, what? First comedian? I'm like,
He
oh
didn't do no.
no,
He didn't
man.
do no warm up, no
Man, he
time,
didn't
or
do.
nothing like
Man, that
that,
man
right?
brought me right on stage. I didn't pull. I peed on myself a little bit. I'm trying to hurry up and
Uh huh.
put my man. I was right back to the stage. So I go on stage. I do my thing about 25 minutes. Tyler,
Hmm.
uh, I get on stage. All right, sorry, I ain't do no time. Y'all ready for your headline? What you talking about, man? Hey,
KB was
Tyler,
like, "Look here, I'm gonna keep this show rolling, and if the show mess up, it ain't gonna be
it
on me.
is what it
Y'all
is,
give it up for the first comedian."
man. Stacy, man. I waited. My Tyler, man. Tyler, all right,
Uh
y'all. I'm gonna get the money.
huh.
So he come back, and I knew he had all the money. I could tell how he was walking back to the car.
Right.
Man, he get in the car. Anytime, it take you that long to go get your money. Ain't never good.
It ain't gonna happen, right?
Ain't never finna. So we got in the car. I'm in the back seat. KB driving.
Uh huh.
I said, "Hey, Tyler, you got money?" "Yeah, they got your money." He gave me, I can't tell. He gave me $68, something like that. And had it in the hand. He had the rest of it in the hand. I said, man, get my money. So I didn't grab his hand.
Uh-huh.
Fighting. Like, I got his hair pulled up, rolled up my arm. I'm dragging his hair back.
Hilarious.
He punching, he reaching back, punching me in the rib. We fighting. Yeah. I got a head full of hair. We breathing out.
Because he had the dreads.
I wrapped the dreads around my arm. I put the hair back.
Hilarious,
We jumped in the
dude.
back seat. We wrestled in the back seat, man. All the way back. Can't be like, man, what y'all? We wrestled all the way back. Tyler's so crazy. I know Tyler love me. I got love for Tyler. I love Tyler. We got when we dropped him off at the house. He had like that happen. All right, love you. I'll call you in the morning. What? You give me $6 to $8. Somebody you love him. I ain't calling you tomorrow, man.
How long have you been doing comedy by that time?
About 4 years. About 4 years. KB
So you
about 3.
No, you was deep in the game. You was already on comedy. You and everything.
I'm saying I was on comedy already. I told that Negro. It was 2002.
Oh my God, man.
19. I've been on comedy 3 years. And I take Come View twice already at that time. And I still get shorted. Man, I did Come View twice. You show me my money. You don't give me my money, Tyler. Man, I get to you. Oh, man. Boy.
Oh.
Hey. But I can't tell all of them.
See, I don't have none of those stories because every time me and Tyler did a show together, I was paying him.
I know you pay him. Man.
So, man, that's a trip, dude. He just definitely, to watch him at 559. Remember, the only people that was killing that show at 559 every Tuesday night was Bruce. Bruce was hosting. Then you had Shorty, you had Tyler, and Dirty South. Them are the 3 Mount Rushmore of 559. Mike Epps would come through there every now and then to tear it down. But I mean, we would still go up every Tuesday. Dude, they used to boo the shit out of me at 559, man. They would boo me before I got to.
Dude, man, I was on stage one time. Dude walked over some chicken wings and booed me with cocaine on his nose. Boo! Okay, I don't know that.
Hilarious, man.
If you ain't got booed, if you lie and say you never got booed up at 559, you're lying.
You're damn lying. Yeah, you're damn lying. Because even if you're one of the best comedians there, that crowd, and it was packed every Tuesday night. 400. Because remember, we used to do that round because Tyler had Rita Ann Sports Bar. What's his name? Who used to host Harrison's back in the days? Dundee. Angelo Dundee. My boy Tamar Banks, we used to all run around. But I'm gonna ask you this, man. Being that the comedy market in Atlanta, compared to where it was back in those days, how would you say it changed within the last 20 years? Where is that now? With all the comedians that are blowing up online and the whole 9 yards, do you find it harder in the business to really stay continuing to keep your name out there, being that you got to add the whole social media game? So, I mean, how do you feel? Because it started with MySpace. Now it's like you got to have so many followers. The promoter wants you to have this and have that. They basically want you to really promote the show. They ain't got to do shit but show up and collect the money. So how do you feel like it changed, or do you feel like where you at with it?
Right now, man, it is what it is right now. Until it get back to the true essence of stand-up, you got to blend in and do what you stuff like you're doing now. Right. You got to stay relevant. You got to be social media savvy because things have changed. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? You can't hate on the. See what I learned? You can't hate on the internet comedian. You got to figure out what they're doing and try to keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to create more content, which I'm like, I need to do better with. Create more content and make your own lane from there, because it's all about followers now.
Well, I mean, and then you look at somebody that, besides your comedy career, man, you're a great father.
Appreciate it.
You got a beautiful wife. You got a beautiful family, and then juggling that, you got to put the whole social media in with raising your kids and raising your family. How do you? And then you gotta make sure because this is all you do. So at the end of the day, what is your hustle? How do you grind to really move in this game now and make the money you need to make with I know your wife runs her own business, so you can
Oh
talk
yeah,
about that also.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
guys coming together because behind every good man, there's a good woman that's
Oh
really
yeah.
pushing them. Because we have our down, we have our ups, real big ups, then we have our real big downs. So how do you really navigate all that?
Let me tell you something, man. Hey, shoot, but one time I got so bad, I told my wife, hey, baby, you can go ahead and leave. Leave me, baby, you can leave me, baby. I said, baby, I could have gone about you can leave. This is ridiculous. I know you. I like you, baby. I love you.
I know you can do better than this.
I know you can do better than me, Lord Jesus. But man, but on the serious note though, man,
Mm-hmm.
I got a strong woman, strong black wife. She
That's what's
always
up,
support
man.
me, man. Don't get me wrong, it's always good to have somebody in your corner. And
Right.
for me to be able, if you in this business, if you have a companion, you gotta understand that person gotta be able to see your vision like you see it. If they don't, it ain't
Right
gonna work.
on. Right.
It's
Right.
not gonna work.
I
Cause
know that, man.
I know you know what I'm saying.
I
I
changed
know.
relationships like changing drawers back in
Bro,
the days.
you gotta tell. You know, I was there. I was there. I seen all of them. I seen all 50 of them. But anyway,
Hey, man, look here. My
I
girl
mean,
watching. Don't be doing all
I'm
that.
sorry, 42. But anyway, but I'm just sad though, man. Being able to me, sometimes see, I understand it's God, family, and then my career. I ain't putting my family. I ain't putting comedy before my family. Now,
Right on.
my wife, you know what I'm saying, is a full esthetician. She's certified Spa
What
London
is her
Bella,
page? What is her page, by the way?
Spa London Bella, Spa
Now say
London
it one
Bella,
more time. Okay.
Spa SPA London LONDYN Bella
Okay.
BELLA.
And
Named
where
after
can we find
our
her on
kid.
Instagram? Where can we find her our
Same
business?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Spa London Bella.
Okay.
SpaLondonBella.com. She hold it down. What I juggle my comedy, being a dad, being a father, parent. Cause now while she working, I'm on the doggone virtual thing now. Both my
Right.
kids, the virtual
Right.
learner, and I turn to a teacher and professor, a counselor, man. Come
Hey, one
listen,
thing about
come get
going
your
through this
kids,
pandemic. Right.
man. Come
Right.
get your kids.
So are
Whew.
you homeschooling your kids now?
Not home. You might well say homeschooling, but
Right.
they, virtual school. So I got them, so I'm doing the best I can because I barely made it out of school. So I'm trying to, I'm trying to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure I
no,
teach
that's
them.
real.
I'm trying. I don't know about them coding and all that STEM class
Yeah.
coding. Man, we know nothing about that back in the day. We had math, English, social studies, and science. That's it.
we were shocked when they brought algebra in. It was like
You ain't
algebra.
lying. I like
What is algebra? You know what I mean? Like it
yeah.
needs,
Who her
like
daddy? What her daddy name? Algebra.
and,
Who was that? I don't know algebra.
you
Man,
know,
one thing, but it's balancing though.
mm,
Somehow states I balance it. I balance it out where I can be able to sometimes write, get a chance to write while they're in school, and try to still be able to book, email, and trying to send out emails and stuff, stay relevant. I need to work on my social media stuff a little bit better than what I do, but the balance, man,
well,
you gotta find balance
mhm.
in it and just keep pushing because of social media driven world now.
It is,
So
but you know what, man? And I see you and branched out in the last few years and done some acting roles, and now I see you in the game. Because I've been an actor before I even started stand up. But to see you come in, I was like, okay.
yeah.
I watch you in your different shows, TV shows you and done. I mean, you and done some drama, you and done some comedy. But you did a reenactment show, man. That was
Oh man.
hilarious, dude. I couldn't help but laugh. What's the name of that
Fatal
show?
attraction. Fatal attraction.
How was it? I mean, get your
uh,
first acting role because Fatal Attraction is definitely the reenactments are so real as far
yeah,
as
it
your
is.
craft. You got to know what the hell you're
I
doing.
gotta tell you about that story,
It's
man.
a whole script. Tell us
Bro,
about doing
first of all, how I
doing your
get.
first TV show. Was that your first acting gig, like real strong acting gig? Because I also seen you on another comedy, a dating show. So kind of fill us in
Nick
on
Cannon.
that.
Nick Cannon was the first. I was
Hmm.
on Like a Ball with Nick Cannon. Shout out to
Yeah.
Brad Williams.
Shout out to
Gary
Brad
Owen
Williams.
road manager. Yeah, Gary Owen road manager. He the one
Okay.
got me the gig
Okay.
on
Shout out
MTV.
to Brad Williams.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brad, it's my dog. Man, praying for him that because he just getting over COVID too.
Oh
And
man, God bless him. God
and
bless him.
how I got on with Fatal Attraction,
Hmm.
you never get this. I'll never get this. I was in Indianapolis with Lavelle, me and Lavelle Crawford. And we were
Okay.
doing 5, 6 shows. And I got a call Friday from my agent, my TV and film agent,
Uh-huh.
Newton Agency, right? So, old white guy, shout out to Chris. And he
So
called,
you
he
got to
said,
call.
hey,
Oh,
double.
this is your agent. You got to call
Yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He called me on that Friday. He called me on Friday, right? He said,
Uh-huh.
hey, these people, they like your look. They say you look like the storm person that killed his wife. I like, oh,
Yeah.
what you mean? What you mean I look like? I ain't know whether to get happy or say, oh, what do you mean? I look like.
Right.
She said, it's a reenactment. You heard of Fatal Attraction? I said, yeah.
And
He
Fatal
said,
Attraction is a big show on TV One. That's for sure.
it's huge. And
Mhm.
and I got the call. I had to realize, oh man, he's serious. He said, man, the guy, he gave me the rundown. Hey, okay, the guy named John Brinson, if in St. Louis, he had a wife and 4 kids. He
Uh-huh.
killed his wife, and then he stays it very well. You look like the dude. So I Googled it, started doing research. I look just like the nigga. I like, oh no. So he said, man, it's on Tuesday. You gotta be
Mm-hmm.
no. He said it's on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I was getting back. I want to get back to Monday with Lavelle.
And they shoot it. They shoot in Tennessee, didn't they? Or did they shoot in Atlanta?
Knoxville. That shoot Knoxville.
Yeah,
3
Knoxville.
hours.
Uh-huh.
So they sent me the script. This thick. I had to learn 378 pages in 3 days. So I'm like, God dog, man. So after each show, I go my pay. I bring Lavelle up. I go my script because I was the lead man. So
Right. The whole episode was about you, right?
so I had to go to the as leave the first show. We had 2 shows each night. So we get
Uh-huh.
back to the room 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm falling asleep reading the script. Man, I'm beat down,
Mm-hmm.
tired. Man. So we get back Monday. And I said, okay, I gotta paraphrase a lot of this stuff. I just gotta ad lib, improvise. I
Right on.
can't do it. So thank God we had a director, a white guy, the producer that understood. He said, man, just ad lib and come as close as you can. But I'm a quick learner, so
Mm-hmm.
okay, all right, let me improvise. I ran the script. So we get there. I drove down. They got me in a hotel I was there 6 days.
Wow.
And
You were shooting for 6 days?
6 days.
Okay, so you had a guest star on the road.
15 hours a day.
Wow.
So I'm on set. They got food. They white people. I got
Yeah,
food. I'm eating Brussels sprouts.
eating all healthy and shit.
All healthy. So they got me. They got my nice little room so I can change clothes, eat, sing. We had to drive to different locations. It was cold. When I said cold, we was in the mountain now. We shoot in the middle of January.
Wow. So it was cold as I don't know what.
Bro,
Man.
it was like, I had to do a few of my scenes with short sleeves on.
Right.
Now, mind you, but they had cars, police car follow, they had another car with the heat in it. I get in, after I shoot my scene, they'll take me to my car, take to the car, and a warm car, I'm warmed up until the time if I had to go retake. But thank God I was quick. I didn't have to do a lot of retakes. I only did 1 retake.
Right.
So I was able to keep going. So I'm like, man, this is what in the world? I'm freezing. I'm still got to call my wife here and there, check on my wife, check on the kids.
Wow.
But the hardest thing for me, and you know me, anybody know me, ain't no one of the nicest people. I give you my laugh. I love my people. I care about my people. I care about my friend. And the hardest thing I had to do is I want to sing shoot the girl in the head, shoot my wife in the head. In the car. So I had to put my mind, and you one of the best actors, and people don't know who this is they talking to. This man legendary. Don't get it twisted. He all humble like me. This man over 50 TV appearances, commercials. I'm talking about, man, all type of legendary. Don't get it twisted.
Bro. Thank you,
man. He got a heck of a
you.
resume, heck of an acting resume.
Same to you,
Not
man.
just a comedian actor. serious actor, all that. Have to give you an accolade. I mean,
Man,
accolade. Hey,
I
it's what
appreciate it,
it
Double
is.
D.
So,
You know, a lot of people don't know, but you know, at the end of the day, man, I just try to stay on the radar. But for you to tell the story of your experience on set, dude, I got so many because I did America's Most Wanted.
I
You
didn't know
know,
that.
and yeah, I did 2 episodes, dude, and I
Wow.
played two different villains, right? And I played the
Oh,
first villain. The first villain I played, Antonio Gilbert, I think his name was, and he started bragging on Facebook that they put him on America's Most Wanted last night, and he was bragging on Facebook. I played the part so well, dude, that he was bragging about me performing on the show playing him.
wow. This when you know
And
you're a great actor.
he was performing in the library. No, he was on Facebook in the library, and that's what the FBI called him in the library. I said, I be damn.
Wow.
That's how they called him. I said, so I got somebody damn called.
Boy,
But
boy,
yeah, bro,
boy, you got range. Boy, you went from that. Then I see
man,
in the Dr. Pepper commercial. I'm dying, man.
yeah, I
Uh,
remember that. That was my first national, man.
I
Yeah, that
know
was my first. That really helped launch my career in LA.
it
The
did.
Dr. Pepper, man. And
It
shout
showed
out.
your range, and then you did a guy, not a guy in light. You did
I
not
did
all mature,
Bold and the Beautiful and
bold
Young
and
and the
beautiful,
Restless.
and young and the rest. That's
Yeah,
what it was. Young and the rest, bold and beautiful.
yeah,
People,
man.
the range, the range you got.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
as a comedian, man, like the performance you did on that show, Fatal Attraction, was great because we know how to go to the dark side. And speaking of the dark side, do you ever have issues like overcoming your mental issues, like far as through the pandemic and going through not knowing what's going to happen as far as work, and how do you handle the mental mind state and keep yourself motivated and keep yourself in a positive mindset when you just constantly trying to keep going and take care of your family, and you're brilliant at what you do, but at the same
Yeah.
time the places are closed down and there's no work out there at that time. How did you get through this year, man? Because it's October, you still going strong.
God, God, and my family. Boy, them two girls. When you have kids your motivation. They keep you
Right
going.
on,
Keep
right on,
they keep me sane. They keep my
right on.
keep my mind sharp because during the pandemic, a lot of people know how to process this stuff. A lot of people have suicide,
Yeah,
mental
man.
issues, all type of
Yeah.
stuff because it's out of the norm. This is unfamiliar territory. People never experienced nothing like this. So you got to think about when you're dealing with a mind of something like this or this caliber. You got to understand. You got to put yourself in a happy place, the best way you can
Hmm.
every day, because you can lose yourself. You can come into a
Hmm.
sunken place so easy because
Tell it,
it's so
tell it,
easy
man.
because don't nobody know. Everybody lying. Who
Right.
COVID? Trump talking about he had COVID, but he out 2 days later. He's
Oh
over 70 years
man.
old.
And that it pulled off his mask as soon as he
Man,
got to the White House, right?
yeah, okay, he got
I'm
COVID,
like,
man.
they dropped him off in the helicopter, came upstairs, pulled off his mask, and walked in the house. And all the
Hey,
workers like, you supposed to be coming in here right
no,
now?
so you missed that. He had a mask. He put a hairpiece down over his face for the mask. He, he put that toupee over. So got no COVID. He had COVID. He had COVID 18.
Man,
Man, come
COVID
on, man.
18.
Man, come on, man. You think you're fooling? But it's so much confusion, and that will drive people crazy, even affecting comedy. What I was able to do, thank God, I was able. I tell people all the time, you can choose these two things. You can choose to create good relationship or bad relationship. If
Okay.
you're a good person, like when a lot of comedians talking about, man, I don't think I need to go on virtual live to do a virtual comedy show, right?
Right.
What up, John? Uh,
What up, everybody? Thanks for joining,
yeah,
man. I
and
got comedian Double D in the house, man. So
oh,
I
that's
thank
John, my
y'all for
homeboy,
joining
man.
and showing up.
When the owners of Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's
that's my
up, man?
homeboy. What up,
That's
John?
what's up.
And
What's up,
and
John? What's happening?
it's so crazy. I told comedians like, look, man, you got to worry about getting no tips, putting no cash
Mhm.
app up, and getting begging for tips. If you ain't gotta be super funny. If they rock with you, they gonna tip you. If they like you, they gonna tip you anyway. That's
Right.
what y'all missing.
That's real. That's
If they
real.
like you,
That's
they gonna
real.
tip you regardless.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
It don't matter
Facts.
about that. They
Yeah.
they just want to support and they want to just see you doing at least trying.
Facts.
My first time I did my virtual stand-up show, I did 28 minutes. Guess how much money I made?
How much?
$425.
Wow. What you
And,
did that
and
on?
in the middle, my wife was a DJ. My daughter brought me on stage, right in the living room.
Wow. On Instagram?
On Instagram. My
Wow. That's
wife,
what's up, dude.
I put my post, my big post about when I was on tour with Drew
The
Hill
bell
and
on the
Evo.
Druid
No,
Hill.
Drew Hill and
Okay.
Evo.
Because you've done a lot
Put
of
that big
music
post.
tours too.
Yeah.
Right.
I was on tour with Life Jennings for a minute.
Oh
Howard
yeah.
Hewitt, SOS Band,
Absolutely.
Cameo, Jagged Edge. Oh, I can go
So
on and
you
on.
went on and you put on your Cash App. So I mean, you
Yeah,
dropping some gems. I
I
mean, to
did it.
comedians that really need
I
to know
I try
how
to
you.
tell them. It's all
Uh huh.
about man. It's all about. See, I learned this from acting class. I think some of the comedians I talked to, I was like, look, man, you understand. TV is different. Stand-up comedy is different on virtual. Of course, you know that. See, they worried about someone's like, hey man, I don't know if I'm gonna do good because they ain't got no audience. I said, being an actor, I took acting take the acting class over about 15 years. Dwayne Boyd
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Shout out to
Nick,
Dwayne Boyd, one of the best
yeah,
actors
and
in
Nick
Atlanta
Conti.
for sure.
I stuck with Nick Conti for 3 years.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nick Compton, right there
Yeah,
in Buckhead, right there.
yeah. So
Proactive Studio.
yeah, private student. I said, look, man, you can't. You gotta train your mind to know that there's nobody out there. Don't matter. You gotta keep going. You can't let that deter you. You gotta keep going. You gotta block everything. When you're acting, it teaches you to block everything out around you
Absolutely. So
and
that's the
go for
same
it.
way when you perform. You
Same
know what I
thing.
mean?
Same thing.
Um, and then so you just went into it and you just did your regular jokes that you would do in front of an audience, or you
Yes,
picked certain jokes that would just hit.
I did. I freestyle a lot because one thing about it, people drawn to you, to your personality, and my personality is likable. People drawn to me,
Oh, absolutely,
so
man.
I did a lot of having fun. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all welcome to the club. You know what I'm saying? We're at the club,
Did you snap? Did you
club
snap on
Instagram.
anybody? You one of
I
the
was
best
John.
snap artists
Yeah,
out there, man.
I appreciate it. I was snapping on what's snapping? Somebody tried to join me. I forgot who it was. I forgot who it was. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
So,
man, you're the creator of earring backs, okay?
oh man, I appreciate it, man. Man, I'm tell you
You know what
something.
I'm saying?
Man, I'm tell you something. I, I block myself out just like Comic View, Stacy. I try to tell these comedians, look, man. I learned as my first season of Comic View, you can't perform for the crowd in front of you. You got to perform for the people, the viewers at home. That's what you perform for. That's why
Right.
I caught that the first time. Oh, it's cool to rip the crowd, these 2,000 people, but you got to rip the. Ain't worry about it if they ain't falling out laughing in the crowd. The people at
Right.
home in the living room watching you, and that's you got to captivate them. And that's what I did. And when I mastered that, I was able to elevate my comedy to another level because I understood the situation. It's situational. You understand situational
And
comedy.
absolutely. And you just took it from that level. And you know, one thing about you, you got a good. I like your branding. You know, the fact that you kind of
Baby
look like
Idris.
Idris, baby Idris. You know, how
Yeah,
did
with
you come
Down
up?
syndrome.
Of course, he's a great actor, man. We all learn from him, man. He's one of my favorite dudes. So, how did you come up with that concept of putting that in your
You
tags?
ain't
You know
gonna
what I
believe
mean?
it.
Because it sets you apart, and it's actually a genius idea. Because guess what? We're all in the same industry. So, if you're comparable to somebody in some kind of way, you might as well roll with it, man. Because I mean, we're all the same. It's a fraternity anyway. So, how did you come up with that?
Well, how I come up with it? Well, I really do look like him.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I was just playing.
I just said I really do look like
I
him.
really do
You
look
know,
like
I'm
him.
disagreeing with you. Yeah,
If
all
if
right.
I look like if he had a stroke, I look just like him.
Oh
You
my
know,
gosh, God forbid. This dude here, boy,
well,
hilarious.
if he had a stroke, I look just like him. But I'm tell you something though. I came up with this idea because I knew I didn't look like him. I know I
Hmm.
had similarities, but I understood. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stay
Hmm.
relevant too.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
but what's so funny? I was coming out of the Publix grocery store,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and this girl and this dude was walking. I guess a gay friend, I guess, and he
Hmm.
was walking, and I heard the girl whisper like mumble. he looked like Idris.
Wow. And you
So
just
back
think that
then,
he's like, oh, I do.
I had my little, had my little smooth glasses on, had a little semi turtleneck on, turtleneck sweater. I'm clean now. He looked like Idris Elba. I said, oh, for real? I immediately went home and tried to Google British accent. I tried to Google all the and YouTube all the British accent. And hey, bloody mate. I'm trying to do London British, but I'm doing Australia.
Right. And
I
I mean,
sound like Australia.
And when do you bring some of that to the stage? You know what I'm saying?
Baby Idris. I said on stage, ladies, there's a lot of speculation in the street that I look like Idris Elba. She like, Idris, you look like his feet. Some girl said that.
You look like his feet. Man,
hey,
look,
man,
that is hilarious.
And I know you about to wrap it up, but you know so crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I met him when I went to my first time in London. I
was
on a tour. Over the Mean, Zooman, Honest John, and Ross Stapleton. I had been doing comedy about 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And his lady seen me. She said, "You funny."
And you was already in London after 3 years.
In London. London, 2003. I did 2000. No, actually, I went to London my second year. 2001, 2003, and 2005. I went to London 3 times. And first time, Kojo, my homeboy, shout out to Kojo, comedian Kojo.
Shout out Kojo, comedian Kojo in the house.
I did his room. He had a room called the Market Bar, downtown London. And this tall dude was in the crowd. And I was joning him. And it was Idris Elba.
Wow, that's before he really blew up because he
blew up.
He was a DJ up in London before he even, really blew up. But you said he was already big over there, wasn't he?
He was kind of getting big over there. Him and Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was
kind of wow.
Same time, because she's from London.
Wow.
And I remember I took a picture with him on a flip phone. I'm like, God, it was old. It was a long time ago I had a flip phone.
Right.
I took a picture with him. He said, "You funny, man." He said, "You funny, mate."
You're funny, mate.
Said,
right.
Man, he's like,
you're pretty funny.
He's like 6'4", man, about 230. Big dude now. Oh, he's a big boy. So
yeah, I know he's one of the tallest actors out there.
Oh, he be big. I'm like, that dog. I took a big. So, and he said, "Man, you funny, mate." I said, "I appreciate it." And that's why I was like, wow. I met Idris Elba back then before he.
Yeah.
And that's why you never know who's gonna get their chance. That's why I treat everybody the same.
Exactly.
Gonna get their chance.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you treat everybody the same because you are who you are anyway, regardless of whether we are in this business, whether we chose to be in this business or not.
Right.
It's like, you are who you are before you even get to that plateau. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get to where you're going, you just elevate up. Because I see the way your branding is. You got a great fashion choice on stage with your hats and the way you dress. How important it is, real quick, for comedians to really to present themselves as a total package. I see that you do that, and I mean, I like that you really bring that together because it is part of the business. You know what I mean?
It's imagery. It's all about the image because. As you get older in this comedy game, you got to stay TV ready.
Right.
Try to keep yourself in shape. Do exercise so you get a chance. When you do get that call, do a commercial, you won't look all bloated on TV and out of shape. So you got to stay somehow somewhat fit, and you got to be able to. You guys put. I won't tell you necessarily how to put a suit on. But you gotta put, you got some type of appeal.
You gotta have your own swag.
Yeah,
you know
have
what I mean?
To. See, I be me. I be me. Now, skinny jeans. Now, if you 3, 2, 4, 260, 275, 300, come on, man. Skinny jeans, man. I seen a big dude with skinny jeans on. Look like somebody try to pull a stock cap over 2 eggs.
Hilarious.
It look like a hot water. It could build like a hot water heater. Terrible.
Man,
you gotta keep that fashion going.
And I mean, after this pandemic, I say now, man, as comedians, as actors, you know, we all write because I write. I just finished my first feature film this year. You know what I'm saying? That I wrote and
Congratulations.
everything, dude. And it's a drama. You know what I mean? And you know, the fact of the matter is, during this pandemic, it allowed us to be more creative and to really come up with creative ways. And this virtual, the whole virtual performing and, you know, getting at home. And I tell comedians, man, just get on your creativity, clear your head, take your vitamins, wear a mask, take care of your families. And if you have to go on that road, be safe. But before I get out of here, I just want to say, how is it in the comedy clubs? Dude, I seen a hilarious picture, dude. It's like you was in a full mask suit, dude. You had a full white, looking like an astronaut, man.
Exactly. I was in a full hazmat suit. Cause you got
How
kids.
is it on stage now? And you got kids and you got to come back home. So how do you
see what I do?
Finagle that?
Even though some people don't take it serious, maybe some comedians don't take it serious, but I take it serious, especially when you got little ones. So you don't want to bring it home to your kids. So I just take extra precaution. I take them lights off, even though I came out with a full hazmat suit on.
Man, that was so damn funny.
It was funny.
I know the crowd was cracking up, but you were dead ass serious.
I was dead serious but the crazy thing about it, I didn't care about getting a big roar laugh. I want to be the first person that did it. I mean, to do it.
Yeah.
The first comedian to do it. And I was the first comedian ever done it. And first the entertainer to do it, to be honest with you.
So, I ain't seen nobody do it before then or since then.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
You know, and I mean, you know, you got a whole family, man. So all the comedians, stay safe out there, man.
Stay safe.
And keep y'all self together, man. And remember God first. You know what I mean? That's just my personal belief.
All that on.
You know, we got to keep each other together and we got to stick together. And when, you know, anybody got some work, go ahead and throw it at my man. And make sure you follow my man at Comedian Double D. Right on Instagram, all your hashtags is at Comedian Double D, right?
Yes, at Comedian Double D.
Man, look, one of the funniest.
Gary Turner. Appreciate you.
One of my favorite comedians, bro. And I'm not saying that because we're friends. I'm saying that because you freaking make me laugh. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, I want to thank you for joining, man. Anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome. And
Pat Brown.
Yeah, Pat Brown. Shout out to Pat Brown. One of the
Pat Brown right here. She on now.
Oh, she on now, but shout out, Pat. I want you on the show. I really want to interview you about your life and your career. So, you know, one of the funniest comedians I ever seen, man. I learned so much from her. I booked her several times on different shows because she has a broad way of showing the audiences. Yeah. I mean, she did Letterman and all those. I mean, it goes down the line. I mean, so I want to bring any comedian that I know that, you know, just hit me in my inbox, man. Any comedian that want to be on the show, come on the show and tell us about your life, and we want to show you some support. So thank you, Double D, man.
I appreciate you, big
much
bro.
love,
little bro. Appreciate you.
And we finna be working, man. We finna be working. From our mouth to God is, put it out there into the universe and let it boomerang. But thank y'all for supporting Stand Up at the House Presents Stand Up Avenue Podcast, the quarantine edition, man. This has been another one, Comedian Double D. Thanks, bro. Talk to you soon.
Baby Idris. See y'all.